Hello, everyone. I'm Randy Kearns, your professor for this course, and I've been asked a couple of questions about how the course is going to move forward, given what we've all kind of gone through with Hurricane Ida and now at least a part of this tropical storm. So let me kind of hit the highlights, and certainly if you have questions, send me additional emails. But let me try and do this one time so that everybody can hear the same thing. So the first due date is October the 3rd. And what that means, I've listed a couple of topics that are required. Those topics need to be completed by October the 3rd. If you still have trouble meeting that deadline, just let me know. Again, we can try and work through that. But there are 3 required topics. And then if you look at the entire list of what's left, there are 12 remaining topics between now and the end of the semester. You will need to select from that list of 12 a total of 9 that you will need to complete between now and the end of November, first week of December, whenever the class and the course ends. So what that means is, again, you can, if you, let's scroll down through a couple of these. So earthquakes and personal preparedness, active shooter, hurricane, fire and HVA, tornadoes and vulnerable populations. Let's say I wanted to pick 9 of the 12. Again, there are 3 that are required. The first 3, the disaster basics, specific disasters unique to New Orleans, and 19 disasters in emerging infectious disease. I primarily picked those 3 because, first of all, they set the basis for what we're doing. And second of all, in some cases, many of you have completed at least a portion of that. And then the remaining course or the remaining topics are really up to you to pick. You can, again, so you need to pick 9 of the remaining 12 topics. So the 3 that are required, and then 9 of the 12. And the 12 remaining topics include earthquakes, active shooter, hurricanes, fire, tornadoes, NIMS, floods, wildfire, ethics and legal matters, continuity and recovery, mental health, and ice storms. So there are 12 total topics left. Of those 12, you need to pick 9 and complete the assignments for those 9. As far as deadlines go, again, I'm trying to go through each of the settings on each of those topics and open them up so that you have a much wider time period to be able to start and complete each of those topics. I have to confess, it's going to be a little bit chaotic in terms of trying to monitor the discussion boards and the discussion threads. But I'll certainly do the best I can to look after those where I can. But again, just understand, for, let's say I selected wildfires as one of my topics. So I pick wildfires, I go through what's in this particular topic. So for this module, let's just call it a module for wildfires, that's what's listed. I would go over the presentation. If you want to see more of the presentation, I've got about an hour-long video of when I covered this in class earlier in the year. And then there's a 20-question quiz that's due, as well as the discussion forum that you need to participate in. So those are the 2 things that you would need to complete this topic. And the same thing goes for any of the other topics. Just go through the assignments that are listed for that topic, and you will have completed that topic. Now, benchmarks. So there's basically 3 months in a semester, September, October, and November. We're burning through September quickly. What I would tell you is by the end of October, you really need to be down to about, you need to have completed all but about 4 topics and have 4 that are remaining that need to be done in the month of November. So between now and October the 3rd, I would do my best to complete the 3 required topics. And then between October the 3rd and October the 31st, I would try and complete again 5 of those 9, and then the last 4 weeks 4 more. And again, which 9? It could be the first 9 you come to. It could be the 9 that you have the most interest in. But the point is to create a little bit of latitude so that you can pick and choose from the topics that are left. I hope that helps. Again, I've got some dates I've got to go in and change and set to make this at least a little bit more understandable. But if you have additional questions, let me know. But I wanted to be sure and get this video out there so that you could at least have an understanding of where we are right now. Regardless, I hope you're safe where you are. I hope you're able to start getting some recovery underway. And again, if you have an interest in working for FEMA, they will be hiring a substantial number of what's called local hires later on. Their typical rollout of force is they bring in primarily full-time employees and then reservist and corps, and then they transition to reservist and corps and supplement that with local hires so that the full-time staff can get back to what their regular jobs are. But if you want to know more about that, I'll post more about that. But right now, that's kind of an overview of where we are. If you have an individual issue or an individual crisis, please let me know, and we'll see what else we can do to help work with you in that situation. Okay, all for now. I hope you have a good day. Let me. Sorry, I have multiple screens and I'm trying to get it here. Okay.